Welcome back to Peck Brothers. You guys have been seeing us turn our Chinese mini truck into an off-road wrecker for the last like 5 months. And in this build, we have been trying to do everything as nice as we can, kind of as fast as we can. And for the most part, it's kind of redneck, kind of ugly looking a little. I mean, it's cool, but it's not like SEMA worthy.
I mean, I don't think this truck's gonna win any awards, but she's gonna work.
She's definitely gonna work. And because we're getting so close to this thing running and driving and working, we're now moving on to the engine management system on this truck. And it is by far going to be the fanciest part of the whole thing.
So before we lift the cab and start diving into all the engine management stuff on the motor, we've got a couple more things to do to button up the inside because we already got our pedals. Now we gotta mount that steering wheel and orbital so this puppy can steer.
That's really like the last part of all the controls that, well, I take that back. We've got the shifter too that we're gonna have to mount.
We just gotta focus on one thing at a time. So we got this PRP steering wheel to match the the seat that we have in there, going with our American style. Then we have our orbital steering valve that we got from Off-Road Elements, along with our little mini steering column and our quick disconnect thing for the steering wheel. So we'll put all this together, need to mock it up to see where we want it. And then we have this Moto built mount that will mount this orbital right where we need it. Makes it easy so we don't have to make any brackets. This should go pretty quick. Wait, I don't think this is gonna work.
Oh,
It don't even almost work.
I've had it. So much for the PSE guys telling me it'd work on all these steering wheels. That's dirt.
Well, I guess we gotta buy another part. I'm sure they make an adapter for that. I guess we could hurry and make one. Get it done.
This is literally the way this truck goes with every single thing on it. We try and do one little thing, and pretty soon we have 3 extra days in a bracket that we shouldn't have had to do. Well, our genius plan to make an adapter took us about an hour and a half, and it don't work. So pretty much these bolts are too close to these bolts, and then if these bolts have a nut on them, they're too close to this, and it can't go in. So we just opted for zip ties. It's like we should have the first time Alex got on Amazon and ordered an adapter.
That one will be here next week, so we'll just use that one for mock-up so we can get the orbital where we want it. How's she feel?
Feels pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. The only thing is, like, I feel like it needs to be, like, much closer. Zip ties, they broke. Flip.
Here, put more bolts in.
Don't you just love it when a plan just falls all the way apart, like, before you're even close?
Are you talking about the whole mini truck or just this?
This is like the ongoing theme of this mini truck. The second that we have something going, it all comes crashing down and we break some zip ties. I think probably like right there. That's pretty close.
Oh, so we only need like a 9-inch adapter? God.
Dude, I think it's probably going to be easier if we just get a different size steering column shaft thing.
Well, who ordered that one?
I don't know. Probably, not probably, it was me. It was definitely me.
So we don't have any of the right anything, and we can't mount it.
No, I think we can mount it. We'll just kind of, like, I'll hold it where it needs to go, and we'll just get it, like, close, and then we'll order a different size steering column.
Well, that was about a 15-minute job that took 3 hours.
You know, I'm just callous to it at this point. All right, to get started on this wiring system, we've got to mount the batteries. We've got these Moto-Built battery trays, and Alex just made a template out of cardboard. Like everything else around here, we're cutting them out by hand. And we've got to get these things mounted so we can get some of that big, thick gauge wire and start that's like the skeletons of the wiring system. Because when we know where these are going to go, that's going to like dictate where a lot of this stuff's going to go.
Alright guys, here's the deal. We leave tomorrow to go to Tennessee for the Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion, and that means today we need to have a big day on the mini truck. So we figure we need to start it out by chugging down some AG1 so we're focused and we can get as much done as we can.
I literally drink AG1 every single day, mostly because it makes me feel freaking good. This stuff isn't magic though. I mean, it's kind of magic, but it's not actually magic. It's chock full of vitamins, minerals, pre and probiotics, superfoods, everything that your body needs that it's not getting from normal food. And me, Brady, and Alex like to do our AG1 with orange juice because it not only makes you feel good, but it tastes freaking good. Everybody that says greens can't be good, like they're never gonna be good, they need to try it like this.
There's a lot of companies out there trying to copy AG1, but there's only one AG1. They were the first to package this much nutrition and this much gut health support into one scoop.
Me, Brady, and Alex like to think that we know nutrition. We dabble a little bit, though obviously this is important to us, but we don't really know exactly what we need. That's why we love AG1, is it takes the guesswork out of all of your supplements. So we can spend our time feeling good, working on the mini truck, and getting crap accomplished around here. Scan this QR code or visit the link in our description to try AG1 for yourself. With your first subscription, you'll get a year's supply of this vitamin D3 K2 supplement and 5 travel packs for free. We freaking love AG1. Thank you so much for supporting our channel and sponsoring today's video. The batteries are now mounted, and we did 2 of them because there's going to be a bunch of winches on the truck. And we actually also did dual alternators, so these things should always be charged and we should never be dealing with a dead battery. But now that they're mounted, it's super nice because we're going to know where to run all of the wiring. We're going to have a good idea of where to mount the ECU. But before we start making those thick gauge wires that are going to run and power up the rest of the truck, we're going to show you guys what this fancy thing is we're talking about. Behold!
The Dutchman's treasure! Wow!
What I'm going to show you guys has been blowing all of our minds. We have made our own wiring harnesses before from scratch. We've cut them down. We've done all sorts of different things with these LS motors. And they work pretty good, but there's always just some problems and things that you run into. Well, a little while ago, Haltech hit us up and asked if we wanted to be part of testing and using their new LS Rebel ECU. And we were absolutely pumped because we've been in the industry long enough to know that Haltech is like the big dog in this sort of stuff. So we have the entire Haltech Rebel LS system, their new IC 7-inch dash, their 15-play switch panel, and their PDM system, which is going to let us run our blinkers and lights and rock lights and everything that we need on the chassis will all be integrated into the system. We're gonna keep explaining some of the features of this Haltech system that are so sick as we keep learning about it and throughout us putting it on. But first things first, we've got to get this main harness on the motor so we know where all of this is going to be able to lay out.
You can tell this thing is so quality because look at the labels. They're labeled with a clear heat shrunk over the top so it doesn't get rubbed off or, pulled off. And it's super nice that it's all labeled because everything is actually backwards for us because our harness is going to go forward for the to go in the firewall of the mini truck. And normally your cab is on this side, and that's where the harness would normally go.
So this harness stubs out an injector harness, and then you just get the correlating injector like pigtails that you have. These ones are EV6, and you literally plug it right into this Deutsch connector, and there's all your injectors. This thing is in like the perfect spot, easily the safest part in the truck. It's gonna stay out of the heat, out of the water, out of the elements. We do have this thing where the wiring harness is coming through, and when we build this front section to cover the motor, essentially the firewall is gonna be right here, and then we'll build a little cover for the rest of this wiring so you can step on it and it doesn't hurt the wiring.
With the motor harness on and this all done, dang near half the wiring's pretty much complete. We got our dash mounted, which is way sick. It's right in the middle, so you can kind of glance over. It's not in the way of the steering wheel. It's just turning out so good. Why is every time we're at the airport like this?
It almost kills us this time. Alex is in a neck brace.
I think we need to get into better shape if we're going to start flying quite a bit.
We barely made it.
So it's 5:25. We literally left the house at like 2:45, and literally we got from the truck to where we are right now in like 20 minutes, right? And our flight is boarding right now. If you're wondering why we're in the airport, we are on our way to the biggest Jeep show in the United States of America. I'm pretty sure. And even if it isn't, it's at least the most reputable, and we've never been to it. So we are all super, super, super pumped. I've never even been to Tennessee. I heard Tennessee's like the best. That's where Kenny Chesney's from. Morgan Wallen's from there. Tennessee seems like it's kind of the place to be. Hold up. What's going on here? Pretty sure we just heard that the plane's broke.
This happens to us every single time we fly. It don't matter who we're flying with. When we show up, our plane's broke. Every time.
So you're telling me I just burned 12,000 calories just running here to miss our flight? You burnt 12,000 calories? Easily. It's 5:30 in the morning and I already have tacos. I mean, at least we're not posting up in a broken plane, though, you know? It could be worse. So we're gonna miss our connecting flight in Dallas to get us to Tennessee, but hey, at least we'll be in Texas. Texas is closer than Utah. Maybe we'll run into George Strait. We made it to Tennessee. I'm just glad we got here the same day as when we left. You look kind of tired.
Are there marks on my forehead? my face was sitting up against the front seat that whole time, trying to sleep, but I didn't really sleep.
So we forgot to add that we were lucky enough to have Moto-Built want us to come out and stay with them, and we had no idea that we'd be living in luxury.
Yeah, we've never been treated this good.
This place is absolutely unreal.
I think I can hear Dan coming up the road. You hear that?
Guys, this place is insane.
You guys have ever been out east?
I've never been to Tennessee. This is my very first time.
For real?
You guys made my very first time to Tennessee.
People have fallen off these balconies before, like hot tubs have collapsed. People have died.
Are you serious?
Look at these little twigs holding up the balcony.
I know. That's what I keep saying.
Okay, so come over here. When I was waiting on Hunter to get here the other night, like I was doing,
I got this same tour,
yeah,
so you guys
I was
have fun.
excited about it because I walked out there after looking at all this, and I'm like, then I'm looking over here, and I'm like, oh man, that's a long way down. Look at this hot tub right here. Like, would you get in that hot tub?
Oh.
Sticks.
Oh my gosh! Look at the Look at the first two posts. Look at them.
That thing looks like a spaghetti noodle.
We made it! We are finally here at the Jeep Invasion, and there is more Jeeps in here than I've ever seen in my life in one place. Overall, the show was absolutely insane. And we were so busy laughing and joking and talking with everybody who came to see us that we didn't make it around to see the entire show. To everybody at MotoBuilt, thank you guys so much. MotoBuilt's believed in us since almost the very beginning of our channel when we were nobody. Me, Brady, and Alex truly love you guys. Thank you so much for taking such good care of us while we were out here in Tennessee.
All right, guys, tomorrow is the last day to get entered into our giveaway. We teamed up with Ultimate Power Sports out of Preston, Idaho to bring you this brand new TTR 110 pit bike and $1,000 cash. So jump on our website. We've got over 50 products of stuff like this shirt and this hat, this hoodie, this shirt and this lanyard, this shirt and this backpack, this shirt and that trash bag, along with my favorite, the Western tee and the Peck Boys hat. If your favorite item's been sold out in the past, make sure to jump on and check again because chances are we restocked it this week. So every $5 you spend on PeckBrothersOffroad.com gets you one entry to win this pit bike and $1,000 cash with no purchase necessary. This is literally your last chance to get entered into this giveaway, so jump on the website, get you something you love, and you might be the one getting a call from us soon.
You have a wait a minute. Say that again. Say
I have a favorite peg brother.
Oh yeah, which one?
Probably Caleb.
Whatever. I could have called it. I mean, let's be honest.
Why is he your favorite?
Because we're like almost the same height.
Whoa!